gathered here because on February 6th was the International Day for Zero Tolerance against Female Genital Mutilation. We want to discuss the tradition of female genital mutilation and in the end maybe come to common ground.
Okay, my name is Kristen Remington. I'm 37. I'm a cultural relativist.
I'm Kaziato Itobu. I'm 63 years old, and for my whole life I have been living in a traditional tribe in Gambia. And around the age of 40, I started cutting the girls in my tribe, and I'm still doing it now, and I couldn't imagine life without it.
I am Mamadou Opayemi. I am 19. I live in a tribe in Ethiopia. So soon I want to be married to a woman.
I'm Catherine Tyler. I'm 47. I am a human rights activist and I'm focused specifically on the issue of female genital mutilation.
I'm Omolara Kariuki and I grew up in a traditional tribe in Kenya, and when I was 8 I had to undergo female genital mutilation.
I'm Jimmy Only, 56. I'm a universalist.
As a white person, I don't think I'm allowed to decide what's right or wrong for a culture that I do not belong to, because most importantly, I do not face the consequences of that tradition when it's going to be changed.
It sounds more like an excuse for men to control women and pretty much make them slaves.
The real traditional women from our tribe will not question the traditions.
For me, it's the way of getting money, because I get paid to do that, and without that I wouldn't have any money to support my family and my children.
So probably why you don't have other jobs is because you don't have education.
Every tradition comes from a reason, and what is the reason for female genital mutilation? There is no medical reason for it, and also it's actually counter-evolutionary because the clitoris and the labia, they are there to help women to be reproductive.
It is more for the hygienic reasons and the aesthetic, and to stop the rape as well. And it's important in our culture to be a virgin before marriage, and this tradition keeps the virginity kind of going for us.
Why is it hygienic to cut a person, and also where's the aesthetics in that?
I don't conceive a woman with a clitoris. I don't think a woman has to have pleasure to have babies.
People are taught these things, and I don't think they have the luxury of questioning these things considering all the worries they have. They need to have a family, they need to sustain it, they need to take care of themselves. They live in so much danger most of the time, so questioning these beliefs is not their priority.
We were talking about women who just agree with that from what you said, from the girls who just undergo this rape, but can you tell me why are there so many girls escaping the country?
I still believe in the tradition and keeping it alive, because that's how I've been living, how my grandparents everybody has been living, and that's the way of life for us. So I think it's just a matter of perspective, and maybe some girls have been brainwashed to think that it's a bad thing.
If all women, if you stop female genital mutilation and there are no women who are cut, eventually you will have to marry a dirty woman, right? Because you want kids. And then the tradition will end slowly.
Because it's not only a men thing, women respect this tradition strongly.
And I want to say something that you said before about that they have bigger problems to worry about. But I think this adds many problems. Like, for example, when women go under this procedure, many of them get infected or can even die. And isn't that a bigger problem?
That's more or less on the short term. Like, women will suffer for the short term, but on the long term, they will have, let's say, happier families. They will have at least a family, even if it's not happy. But if this thing doesn't happen, then the long-term consequences will be even bad. She will have to face shame from the tribe. She will be marginalized. She will be seen as less of a woman or even a dirtier woman. She will not be allowed to do certain chores in the family.
Not that many women die. Also, women die from pregnancies to stop the women from having babies.
If you think like this, it makes someone a murderer because it's someone who
Yes, but we have so many worries. Do you think being a murderer is their concern? It's tradition. It doesn't make you feel a murderer.
And just
This is just tradition.
You know, you can search for solutions. Okay, I will just give an example. What you think about still doing the tradition and doing the ceremony and everything. Maybe because you need the money, the families give the money to the cutters, and the girls just undergo the tradition with dances, but are not cut, but still have the tradition.
What if girls are still allowed to go to school? Let's say they do this operation, but they're still allowed to go to school after the operation is done.
How will they attend the family's needs? As soon as I marry my woman, I want her to have babies.
the solution would be not to force anyone.
I don't understand your solution because, of course, a 20-year-old or maybe 16-year-old will have maybe the strength to say I don't want it, but these are children that are lied to before they're cut.
That's why they should do a bit later. 8 is not an age. 8 is still child. 8 years old should not think about sexual relationship.
Who criticizes these traditions are the cultures of the Western world that want to impose their beliefs.
What I criticize more is the forced choice upon someone else's body.
And who are you to do that? Who are you to do that?
No, I just criticize what you did to my body, and I say that I wish for nobody else to suffer and to have this choice forced upon themselves.
Who are we from the Western world to speak? And it's not us trying to impose our beliefs, it's us giving or trying to give the very weak ones in your culture a voice because they don't have it. It's a very male-dominated world, and if we give the female perspective a voice, then maybe things will shift.
And how do you expect those people with very fixed beliefs, we're talking about fixed beliefs, not just beliefs, to change them? Like, we from the Western world, it's so hard to change our beliefs. Like, we still have people who are extremely conservative, super racist, homophobic, and so on. They have fixed beliefs, and we can change them. Luckily, nowadays we don't even have to because most likely they won't affect other people. But how do you expect them to change their fixed beliefs?
But we from the Western world don't want to change someone. We want to, like I said, give the voice to someone inside and see if that causes change.
That's the thing. If you give the voice, I feel like this is like a savior complex, but like, oh, I'm going to help and change the world. It's their world.
Yeah, but if this is the savior complex, then this is the I'm a man and the world is mine complex.
Oh, but
So
I'm
we
a
have
woman,
both
so it's not bad. It's just that's the way that, as I said, like in the beginning, like that's how we live. And as Kristen said, it's just maybe you shouldn't try to fix everything and start with your own Western world and just let us live the way that we have lived.
Yeah, true. We have problems too.
Because in the Western world, you also have rules in Catholicism where you have to wait till marriage,
Yeah.
where you can't use a condom because you have to have all the babies that God sends you. You have really strong traditions.
Of
Who am
course.
I to change
But we
them?
have also clitoris, and that's a difference. Okay, I think we won't find a solution now.
No. Think of this conversation, and next year, same time, same date, we will meet again and have maybe then we will find solutions.